My team first today with the OGD5. Game tied in overtime. It's Glenn Rice. Passing up the three. Hits the mid-range. Oh, yeah! Defender pulls back. So the shooter stepped in sideways. Wise choice in the clutch. Well done, Glenn Rice.
And there has, Greg, been some talk within the league about adding a mid-season tournament. What are your thoughts on that possibility?
I mean, with the success of the play-in tournament, which, in full disclosure, I was not for, but love now, I can see why they're considering it.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Anunoby in at the forward with Barnes next to him. Van Vliet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. And it's Powers in at the 5 down low. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Harris. Here's Carter. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Carter's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Magic.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Carter Jr. excels at using that big body of his to take advantage on the boards.
Anunoby passes to Powers. It's Trent on the wing. And there's the pass to Van Vliet. Here's Big Daddy. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Mohamed Bamba. The Raptors shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of it.
Tell you what, it's been a different story for them at the line this season. When you measure those numbers against last season's, I mean, they've taken a big-time dip, guys.
Now here's Fultz. His last outing, he had 18 points. Passes it to Harris. Lets it go. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Great to see a young guy play that kind of cerebral game. Wagner sees a shooter and gets him set up nicely.
Van Vliet kicks to Trent. Stolen by Bamba. Fultz against Van Vliet. They get it again. Carter. Pass to Bamba. A second chance effort. A shot off that time. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Well, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
And Fred VanVleet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin VanVleet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load. Increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
Here's VanVleet following the score by Mohamed Bamba. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary. No extra hips or elbows.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. If you're just tuning in, minutes here in the first. Anunoby with it. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Van Vliet outside. Pocket 6 to the paint. Here's Powers. And Bamba pulls it down.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass to Harris. Fultz with the ball. He kicks to Bamba. Three-pointer. Toronto grabs the miss. Last time they met was in Toronto.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meeting. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the strike. Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
And not what we're accustomed to seeing from him at all from the free throw line.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And something about Franz Wagner, a model of consistency. As soon as he came into the league, you know what you'll get from him every night.
And with Wagner, he'll be a bigger part of this team as he grows.
Kevin, and he'll be able to contribute without being a focal point. It has a game that can blend with any other group on the floor. As his confidence grows, he'll continue to make a larger impact.
And it's the Magic with the ball after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. And the dunk by Bamba.
Boy, I tell you, Bamba's wingspan and his standing reach is ridiculous. This dude was born to throw it down.
Trent passes to Powers. Back to Trent. Here's Powers. He's off on that one. And Orlando will come the other way. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Banchero's checked in for the Magic. Siakam is checked in for Toronto. Flynn comes in for Gary Trent.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing work. Results in a great look.
So for the Magic, Isaac's checked in for Clark. Jalen Suggs comes in for Gary Harris. And Anthony subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Clark, hasn't the Magic had some of the worst injury luck in this NBA the last couple seasons?
Certainly have, Kevin. And this is a team that has been trying to develop young players. And they've been somewhat stifled because of injury. And I think the best way to grow is through young players. And you've got to give them reps, playing games. So it's been frustrating for Orlando to have these outstanding young talents be thwarted by injury.
And on paper, Paolo Banchero has so many appealing attributes. His size, build, the ability to find shots. You can easily see why scouts were enamored with this guy as a prospect. An elite prospect with very few holes in his game. Banchero can score from all three levels, makes plays for others, terrific rebounder, and the list goes on and on.
Now, here's Suggs. Following the miss by Fred VanVleet. Anthony, the pass to Banchero. Another shot. Isaac misses.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
So they take the lead. Many scouts had Banchero as the safest pick in the draft. Would you agree?
He and maybe Jabari Smith Jr. What separates Banchero a little, he's an elite back to the basket scorer. Those guys have become increasingly harder to find.
Here's Suggs. The Magic again can't hit.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Count it. Good.
And can't do much else. The strength of Anunoby comes in handy on those challenging finishes.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Orlando moving the ball around. And looks like the illegal kick is set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
They get the rebound. The pass to VanVleet. Here's Big Daddy with the fadeaway. And it's good for two. And it's 9 points for Big Daddy. Well, some surprising news for this club today. The GM, Othello Akpem, is stepping away from the team. Greg, that has to cause some turmoil behind the scenes.
Especially with it going down in the middle of the season. When your team needs stability and direction, there has to be more to this than we know as of yet.
Raptors leading by 5. Passes it to Anunoby. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over.
Pass to Banchero. Back to Wagner. Over in the corner, Banchero. Offensive rebound. Will it go? And finished off by Banchero.
And great attention to detail from Banchero on the play, making sure he's there to get the ball and send it back.
Toronto calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate. There's already a loyalty aspect to Banchero's makeup, starting with the tribute to the city he grew up in.
He literally takes Seattle everywhere he goes. You look at the tat on his right bicep. It has the Seattle skyline, Mount Rainier, the street he grew up on. In terms of his character, that indicates deep roots and a solid foundation he can build on.
So the Raptors 5 right now. Van Vliet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. Barnes out there with Big Daddy, and it's Birch in at center. And so it's Fultz who brings up the ball for Orlando. 6-point lead. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Up top, Bamba. Anthony in the corner. Shot clock at 5. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Big Daddy's got his 6th rebound on the night. And here's Barnes for 3. Here's Powers. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Well, Big Daddy in the last game against the Lakers put on a show. He finished with 20 points and came out of nowhere defensively, blocking shot after shot in an incredible effort. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it, and he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Fultz kicks to Bamba. Goes up from the top of the key. Anthony can't hit. Raptors trail by 4. Pass to Birch. Shoots over Bamba. The shot by Birch, no good. Orlando, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Barnes against Harris. The pass to Bamba. To stop the drought. Misses off the left iron. The Raptors have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Powers, the pass to Trent. And here is Van Vliet. Barnes outside. The Raptors need to get a shot up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And in the last decade, defenses switching on screens has increased dramatically. Is this the new normal, you think?
Kevin, I think so. I think teams that switch well tend to defend well. Because switching can create mismatches, but it's harder to punish those now with all the help defense.
The Raptors making a switch here. Boucher is checked in. Anthony kicks to Fultz. Back to Anthony for 3. It's rebounded by Big Daddy. Big Daddy's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. And the Raptors miss again. Orlando leading by 4. Harris passes to Anthony. To the inside. And then Carter with the jam.
With obvious length and jumping ability, Carter Jr. can get it going above the rim and make it look easy.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
Magic ball.
Here's Anthony. 14 points from him the last game against the Clippers. The dish now to Harris. There's the drive, and slam dunk by Harris.
Harris is a terrific athlete, and once he gets room to take off, he soars towards the hoop.
Inside. Trent against Fultz. Trent kicks to Barnes. Passes it to Van Vliet. 6 to shoot. They get it back. Here's Powers, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Banchero's checked in for Bamba. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Wendell Carter. And Wagner subbed in for Anthony. Wagner against Barnes. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Franz Wagner wasted no time making a splash in the league. Took home a Rookie of the Month award at the end of 2021. A really good start for him on his budding NBA career.
Jalen Suggs is checked in for Harris. OG Anunoby's checked in for the Raptors. Raptors moving the ball around, and it goes down 2 points. And that's 17 points for Big Daddy.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Wagner's Rookie of the Month award was well earned, Clark. He is a hard-working player.
Yeah, I agree. He's earned and carved out a spot for this team already. And he's accomplished those feats quite quickly. I mean, Wagner has tremendous potential, I think, and a really bright future. He's a versatile player, a hard-working guy. He's only going to get better.
Wagner against Anunoby. Pass to Big Daddy. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
They haven't been afraid of getting hit on the way up, marching their way to the line and capitalizing.
You know, another thing they've done really well, I think, is get quality shots from behind the three-point line and knock them down, too.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Pascal Siakam comes in for Chris Boucher. And it's Otto Porter Jr. in for Trent.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Wagner.
2 minutes.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Powers the pass to Porter. Down low. Here's Siakam. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
Making the correct read right there. Otto Porter showing you his basketball.
Magic leading by 3. Fultz finds Isaac. Now, here's Suggs. No points in the game yet for him. The pass to Banchero. Another miss by Orlando. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. It's stolen by Banchero. Oh, and here we go. Isaac's got the fast break chance. No one near Suggs as he lets it go. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Pass to Porter. To the middle. Here's Powers. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Wagner against Anunoby. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Pass to Suggs. Over Porter. It's rebounded by Big Daddy. Big Daddy's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Here's Siakam. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Magic out in front, up by 1. 2K Sports. Back in a moment from the Amway Center.
Youth Dance Team. Your Magic Youth Dance
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been a clinic out there by Big Daddy.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
Harris is the shooting guard. Wagner is the small forward. Bamba is out there with Wendell Carter. And it's Fultz in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Jamal Mosley. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Orlando ball.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Hey, we know every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Carter dishes to Fultz. Pass to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. No good on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And it's good. 2 points.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Carter outside. Out to Harris. Tipped away. Stolen by Van Vliet. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks very much. Orlando has a very young roster. Coach Jamal Mosley says, one thing I've said to them is dominate the simple. The more we can keep it simple, the better we'll be. Not overthinking things, just playing off instincts and reaction. Kevin, back to you.
The place to start. Makes a lot of sense. David, thanks. Harris passes to Bamba. Wagner outside. There's the pass to Carter. Doubled by Powers. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Van Vliet. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter.
Well, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
Carter looking around. And there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here are the Magic now. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Raptors on defense. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Shot clock at 6. Over in the corner, Fultz shoots a 3.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
To the inside, Bamba rejected by Powers. Here's Anunoby. Oh, trying to dunk it all, but threw the foul, and he'll go to the line. It's on Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
Yeah, doing exactly what he had to do right there to make sure he wasn't going to get flushed on or Instagram.
The Magic making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. No good on the second free throw.
After a relatively slow start to his career, Mo Bamba has seen increased playing time, finally getting the opportunity to show why he was drafted 6th overall in 2018.
And for Bamba, his shot blocking and ability to space the floor really stood out.
And Greg, that's a very valuable and unique combination. I mean, this guy has a 7'10" wingspan, covers a lot of ground defensively, moves his feet well, has a nice stroke. And at his height, he's able to get a lot of clean looks from beyond the arc.
And the shot is good. Barnes has got the lead up to 8 now for the Raptors.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And catching the defense flat-footed and taking full advantage. Big bucket there to extend the lead.
And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. The Raptors making a switch here. Achua's checked in. Anthony against Van Vliet. There's Wagner with the 3. By Big Daddy.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
It's stolen by Carter. Wagner against Barnes. And finished off by Wagner.
Wagner's teammates encourage him to attack the rim. They love to see him be aggressive. Given these results, you can understand why that's the case.
The Magic trail by 6. Wagner on the wing. Back to Harris. Van Vliet against Anthony. Bamba wide open, and he fires. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got his 4th assist in this one. Inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Franz Wagner. And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
Banchero's checked in for Mohamed Bamba. And here's Banchero. 11 points in the game.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Harris outside. Up top, Wagner. Covered by Barnes. Out to Anthony. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for the Magic. The Raptors also with a sub. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Trent. Barnes outside. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Banchero. And now Banchero pushing it up, and no one back to stop him.
And showing off some agility on the break. Banchero is so elusive in the open floor.
Markelle Fultz has checked in for Anthony. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
And so it's Fultz who brings up the ball for Orlando. Passes to Carter. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Fultz. Carter outside. Here's Harris. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on Gary Trent Jr.
Harris's confidence and physicality and determination allow him to draw fouls as he gets close to the basket.
Well, he's been at the line so often tonight, but only just now is he starting to look comfortable.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. Sharing the wing spots for them. It'll be Trent Jr. and Anunoby. Barnes out there with Big Daddy, and it's Flynn in at the one.
And that's his fourth, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Well, Greg was seeing high schoolers now making six figures to play basketball. You wouldn't have minded that in your time, would you?
I tell you what, it beats delivering the newspaper, right? It's still fresh and developing, but a lot of different opportunities are emerging. He's had a few shaky trips at the line tonight, but he seems to be getting back to his old self.
Barnes kicks to Flynn. Powers the pass to Barnes. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
An aggressive defender, Carter Jr. also excels at using those physical advantages he has to turn shots back.
Banchero dishes to Fultz. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
The Magic trail by 12. Here's Wagner. That one, no good.
You know, his scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Raptors.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
That one is off.
And he's taking care of the hard part tonight, which is getting to the line. But he hasn't finished the job once he gets there.
And Orlando making a change here. Pomba's checked in. Fultz the pass to Wagner. Fultz against Flynn. Fultz kicks to Wagner. Lock at 6. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And another great look at the 2K drive.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Paolo Banchero.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Anunoby with it. And it's Carter picking him up. They get it back. Powers. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there. Just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Yeah, you know, but down the stretch here, guys, they'll summon that extra effort to try and get it done, I think.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
It's not a bad idea to foul bomb, but actually a good foul. He's hard to stop, and he's not that strong a free throw shooter, so send him to the line.
Toronto leading by 14. Here's Anunoby. Lays it up and banks it in. Anunoby's got 10 points in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Bamba dishes to Carter. It's blocked. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Just 5 on the clock.
2 minutes remaining.
Fultz with the ball. Picked up by Flynn. They get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Raptors leading by 16. Here's Big Daddy. Now Trent. Barnes trying to free himself up. That one goes. Count it.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Harris looking it over. This one for 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Raptors.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
Still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Big Daddy.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again. And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
And it's Big Daddy missing. Anunoby against Fultz. Carter left side. Shoots over Flynn. And it's Carter missing. Here's Big Daddy. No good. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you next time.